Well, here's my video for November. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and it's been a rough past couple of weeks, to say the least. I started a new job. I keep injuring myself inexplicably. Is that the right word? And then our hot water heater went out, but luckily the secretary is very handy, because there's the old, out with the old, bam, in with the new. Did it work? Are you seeing what I'm looking at? Anyway, doesn't she just look tough holding her little wrench? Anyway, don't worry about that, because we're here to do a Found in the Wild, because it's been a while since we did a Found in the Wild. So, we're going to do one. Now, hopefully I've gotten everything situated, because, you know, I've been watching some of this stuff, taking it here, putting it there, and I don't know if I forgot to bring anything. Don't worry about it. Before we do anything, I want to thank Gareth Packham for sending me this fancy box of chocolates, even though he knows that I'm fucking diabetic and there's too much sugar in this shit. But thank you, Gareth. I appreciate that. The secretary will enjoy that immensely. That'll be her reward for putting in that hot water heater. So first up, my birthday present. You know, since we've been having technical difficulties this past couple of weeks, I got this for my birthday. That was last month, though. Anyway, don't worry about that. I got the Omen, because Cody Leach was talking about the Omen. I was like, you know what? All I got is that bunk-ass. I got this bunk-ass copy set of the Omen that I ain't even popped open. I bought it from, what's that place called? Best Buy. And then it were never to be seen again. But now I've got this fancy one, so. And it's from, is it Arrow? Or is it Screen Factory? I don't know. It's Scream Factory. Don't worry about it. I had made my way over to the Goodwill, and they had a couple good things, because I recently picked up the first season, and I'm trying to recollect all the seasons. And if it's on DVD, that's fine. That's fine, because it's that 70s show, and it's full frame anyway, and you really can't tell the difference between the Blu-ray and the DVD. But this is by far probably, you know, if I had to sit down and think real hard about it, the greatest television show of all time. And I could literally watch it every day for the rest of my life and not even care. Just go 1 to 10. Actually, we'll skip season 10. But we'll go 1 to 9, and then we'll go back to 1 and go back to 9. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you do with Trailer Park Boys. I remember seeing the trailer for this. The movie looked pretty funny, and I never bothered to watch it. But, you know, I love James Franco. I love Bryan Cranston. So what the hell, you know, for $3 at the Goodwill, I mean, that was $2 off its originally stickered, marked price from wherever the hell it came from. Believe it or not, one of my earliest reviews on this channel, which happens to be one of my most popular reviews, was of this movie, Dead Man's Shoes. So if you've never seen that review, please, it's terrible, but go check it out anyway. A lot of people seem to like it. Plus, this is the movie, Dead Man's Shoes. It's about a guy who's trying to avenge his brother because he was brutalized by a bunch of jackasses. So he goes around and fucks with them, and then eventually they meet their demise. Not to spoil anything, you can kind of tell just by looking at the cover what kind of movie you're getting yourself into. And, you know, this time I'm going to watch it with subtitles, because they had this, like, Cockney or this, like, Southern England accent. I can't understand a goddamn thing anybody says other than cunt. A lot of people probably don't know about this movie, and if you do, you know, props to you. I remember renting this from Blockbuster. I didn't really understand it at the time, because I was one of those people that I wanted action. I wanted blood, guts, fingers, and toes, which there's blood, guts, fingers, and toes in this movie, but it's more of a psychological thriller that gets inside your head or something like that. But it's, as far as I know, extremely underrated, lesser known even. So hopefully you're watching this and this, you know, puts you onto this, because it's not that expensive. I just happened to find it at Goodwill. and you can't really find it without this stupid Walmart banner, because that's what, I've been avoiding buying this for the longest time because of that. And there's another movie that has that, but I ended up caving in. But The Ugly, yeah, now I got to show you the other movie. Bruiser. Now, I've already had this. I've had this for probably 10, 15 years. But yeah, it's like I couldn't find it anywhere else without this stupid thing. And I was, in my George Romero zombie phase. And I wanted to see all of his other stuff. Still haven't seen all of it, but this one I need to watch again because I honestly don't remember. The guy wears a mask. One day I decided, you know what? I'm going to stop into Best Buy, and even though I already have like 13 copies of this on these compilation discs and even a double feature, I went ahead and picked up Vestron's Blu-ray of Dementia 13, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who some of you might know from The Godfather. And some of you might not know this, but I fell asleep. I don't know. I'm going to watch it again eventually. Don't yell at me. Ready or not, here comes Selma Blair. At least I think, is that her name? That's not Selma Blair. What the fuck? Samara Weaving. Jesus Christ. See, I needed a vacation. I'm not good at this stuff anymore. Anyway, ready or not, like, super good. Reminds me of You're Next. It reminds me of You're Next, but like not at all like You're Next, aside from, it's a family affair. But this is one of the baddest ass movies to come out in recent memory, and I can't wait to watch it again. I haven't watched this yet, but I've heard a lot of people seem to like it, and Megan Fox looks like she's trying in the trailer, so I figure, what the hell? And maybe one of these days, I'll watch it and I'll review it. I'll make a video. I'll make content for this channel. Could you imagine? I picked up Spaceballs because the secretary loves some Spaceballs. Now, I've seen this movie a couple times, and I love, I don't know what Mel Brooks movies I've even seen. But yeah, it's making fun of Star Wars. It's your original kind of spoof movie. You've seen Spaceballs. Another one of the greatest shows of all time. When I saw it, I knew I had to have it for $30. The entire series of Quantum Leap. You know you love this shit. I mean, come on, man. I can't wait. I hope it's widescreen. It probably won't be widescreen, but this was like one of them TV shows where it just felt like you were watching, a movie. Like, that's the quality of the production. Like, back in the 90s, this felt like you were watching a movie, but now in 2021, it's going to feel like I'm watching an old made-for-TV show because it's full screen. I got this one for John Kyle Stanton. If you're watching, I got this for you because I've been meaning to review this series specifically for him because he is so generous to this channel. So hopefully within the new year, or, I'll do a holiday special with John Wick and we'll watch it and I'll talk about it. But yeah, John Kyle Stanton, I got that for you, buddy. And then the secretary had to have this. I had never heard about this. And PlayStation 1 is one of my favorite consoles of all time. So she got Dracula. And it's some kind of point-and-click adventure type thingy-dingy. And we're going to figure it out one of these days. And then maybe we'll talk about it. You never know what's going to happen at any given time on this channel. And some of you that follow my Found in the Wild videos might have saw that I got like that fancy Simpsons season with Lisa's head. Well, I got the rest of the heads, everybody. And I did, during my time off from the channel, watch every single one of these seasons, and they all hold up tremendously. The problem with The Simpsons is right around season 20-something, I mean, probably even before that, it started, I could see it like losing its quality. The better the animation got, the worse the storytelling became. Does that make sense? Anyway, another one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's highly underrated, and a lot of people don't know about it. And it used to be on with That 70s Show, and that's Titus. Now, these were astronomically priced, but luckily I had a bunch of stuff I didn't want no more that I don't need, so I traded it for it. So basically, I didn't pay nothing for this. I'm pretty sure that this was $40 and this was $75. $75. And this is season 3, and 1 and 2 are on the same set because, and then this one got cut off right in the middle. Christopher Titus is a stand-up comedian, and this is basically, I guess, him retelling his youth. But he plays a mechanic in the show. I mean, I guess some things were changed at Liberty, but it's basically about a dysfunctional family, and the guy, his brother, and his girlfriend have to deal with his alcoholic, womanizing father. And it's just the most pleasant show ever. So if you haven't seen it, you're gonna have to drop some money, or you're gonna have to hope to God one of these streaming sites picks it up eventually, because it's like a cult classic of television shows from the 90s. Anyway, that's all I've got to show you today. So please, if you've liked all this stuff, like, share, subscribe, all that mumbo jumbo. And if you would like to become a part of the Patreon, I can't figure out how to use the Patreon app, but there's that thing, and I'll give you shout outs, and maybe if people actually request stuff, I'll figure. I don't know. Don't even worry about it. Jesus fucking Christ. So I did the best I could, everybody. Anyway, get the fuck out of my house.